gentlemen, welcome to Madison Square Garden, where tonight, Square Ring Incorporated presents a World Championship boxing doubleheader brought to you in association with your undisputed, undefeated King of Beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. This first contest is co-promoted with AB Stars Productions of Paris, France, and Main Events, and sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, Chairman, former two-time world heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson. Also sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, WBA President Gilberto Mendoza, WBA Supervisor at ringside, Bolivar Icasa. The three judges assigned to this bout scoring the contest on a 10-point must system will be Jose Lorino, Luis Rivera, and Gonzalo Raviras. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, Hall of Fame referee Arthur Mercanti Sr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red and gold and weighing 147 pounds, bringing an outstanding professional record to the ring of 39 victories, with 25 victories by knockout against only one defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, from Detroit, Michigan, here is the WBA #1 ranked welterweight in the world, the challenger, Oba, the Motor City Carr. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue and white, and also weighing 147 pounds, and also bringing an excellent professional record to the ring. In fact, a perfect one of 32 victories without a loss, including 28 by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from Accra, Ghana, Africa, presenting the undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, Ike Bazooka Quartey.
Everybody has to go out of the ring. All right, let's go outside. Everybody has to go out. Hey, Alfie, give me the bucket. Look, have it. Yeah.
All right, good evening, gentlemen. You both know the rules of the WBA. You've been instructed earlier in the afternoon. Shake hands now. Good luck to both of you. Return to your corners. Thank you.
This not only can be an outstanding fight, it will also give us a measure of Quartey, because Oba Carr gave Felix Trinidad probably his hardest fight, Trinidad stopping him in the 8th round.
Oba Carr, a strong fighter, almost certainly a superior technician to Quartey's last American opponent,
Stay in your corner.
Vincent Phillips. But Phillips, a hard hitter.
Arthur McCanty.
Slug it out.
This is Arthur McCanty's 124th championship fight, one of the most famous referees in the world.
I think we're going to see the key to this fight very, very early. Oba Carr said that he's been working with Mike McCallum, and he's finally learned how to throw a good stiff jab. He says he thinks he can out-jab Ike Quartey. If he can hold his own with that jab, it's going to be a very, very tough fight. But again, Quartey has that strong left jab.
And Quartey expects to dominate his opponents with the jab, Gil. So if Carr can indeed hold his own, it might get into Quartey's head a little bit.
Well, again, Quartey's jab sets up everything else, too, because once he starts hurting you with that jab, he can feint it and really land those big power punches.
Both fighters working almost exclusively with the jab in the first round. You just saw Quartey bring a hook off the jab, and now an overhand right. So far, Oba Carr boxing within a carefully controlled style. Carr unleashes the right hand, partially blocked by Quartey.
Am I mistaken, Gil, or is there already some red under Oba Carr's eyes.
Well, Quartey did land a couple of good stiff left jabs in that exchange when they exchanged jabs, and he's going to mark you up. That's the way Joe Louis. Every time Joe Louis hit a guy with a jab, he had a mark on him.
Overhand right by Carr as they moved apart at center ring, and Quartey kind of grinned at him as if to say, oh, you want to fight fiercely, do you?
And again, Quartey does have a swelling under his right eye. Not Quartey, excuse me, Carr has a swelling under his right eye.
The spot where Quartey sticks the jab. Mentioned the challenge that Vincent Phillips gave to Quartey. He threw 120 punches in the second round against Quartey. I mean, literally unloaded the kitchen sink against him, and Quartey kind of shrugged it off and eventually blew him away.
And the reason he did that, Jim and Gil, is because the book on Quartey was that he won't punch while you're punching. He'll wait till you're finished. And Phillips thought that that offense would be his best defense.
Well, Oba Carr had him scouted pretty well. He said the object of this is to throw your combinations, hit him, but don't stand and wait for the receipt. Get out of there after you hit him. But up to this point, Quartey's putting pressure on him, moving behind that good, strong left jab.
Had a good, quick, short right hand inside.
It's remarkable to watch and see that Quartey has the strength so often to bust his jab right through Carr's guard. Carr will have both gloves up, ready to block it, and Oba Carr finds his gloves split by the powerful jab of Quartey. Round one comes to a close. And when we go to Quartey's corner, our translator translating the Ghanan tribal Ga language is Fred Asifo.
Yeah, drink some water. Yeah, drink some water. Okay. Stick to your jabs, okay? Yeah, don't drop your guard. And throw some body punches. It's very important. Okay? Throw some very good body punches. Okay? Don't drop your guard. It's very important. And you have to time your punches, okay? It's very, very important.
Like smart. Seconds out. Okay? Move that head, all right? Watch him come out strong, all right? Get that water, man. Right there. Don't go straight to him and step off the sack. Get there. Stay there.
Well, if you subscribe to punch-stat numbers from our friends at CompuBox, then Carr needs to be more accurate with his jab. Quartey threw 51 in the first round and landed half of them. Carr threw 50 jabs of his own, but only landed 7.
The one thing about Quartey, he comes in a straight line. Really doesn't bob and weave too much. He should be pretty easy to nail every once in a while, but he keeps his hands high, and when he does throw that jab, he doesn't leave himself wide open.
Quartey building up the punch count early here in round 2 as he becomes even more the aggressor than was the case in the first. Carr slowing down his punch outfit just a little bit, perhaps having tasted that jab too many times already. Now here comes Oba.
One of the things I've noticed, Gil, is the difference between Carr fighting Quartey and Carr fighting Trinidad is that Carr had more time to think about Trinidad. Trinidad came in at him, but not in such an imposing, almost overwhelming fashion.
Right. Quartey comes at you like a steamroller. It's just so difficult. It's a wonder that he doesn't get nailed once in a while, as he did with that left jab just then, because he really is almost a stationary fighter. Comes in a straight line at all times.
Pretty good stretch there for Carr as he landed a right hand and then followed up with a couple of solid jabs. But now Quartey begins to reestablish his initiative. Arthur Mercanti stepping in between them.
Arthur Mercanti